Whoa. Alright, I guess we're live. What's up, everybody? This is Ryan here, and I never plan any of this out, any of this live stream. It's just like, I have one gear, I go, baby. Alright, I'm kind of tired today, so I'll probably be rambling some nonsense like I am right now. But, yeah. Anyways, with that out of the way, the plan for today is to basically work on XML layouts, which I already got started on. I think what I'll do is, since some people may actually be watching this almost in order, I just want to show you what I ended up doing yesterday, off camera. So we finished I think we did login and sign up on camera, or maybe it was just sign up. I can't remember, but I think we did both of them. And then we got to the profile screen, and I ran into some issues with Jetpack Compose there. So, come on, previews, you can do it. Maybe you can't do it. It's building. Yeah, I ran into some issues. So my goal, as much as possible, was to use the simplest composable layouts, for lack of a better term, to get the user interface set up properly. And I just wasn't able to do a certain thing with those layouts. Let me show you. I'll just deploy it. Sorry, I'm sure you can hear my CPU fan going crazy, but it is what it is. Alright. Oh, it looks like there may be an error. Okay. Well, that's fun. I thought it built fine. Hey, what's up, Finil? Huh. I don't know. I don't know why it's not. It's building, so maybe I need to like restart Android Studio. All right, I'll just try one more time to get this working, and then we'll just move on because I don't have time to screw around with this. But yeah. Finil says, I want a work. So do I, bro. So do I. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's not gonna work. I'll just show you in the Figma design. That's good enough, I guess. So what was happening was I was trying to arrange actually it was in the profile screen, yeah. I was trying to arrange this text appropriately, or not this text, but this thing. And there was this weird thing. So like the touch target for switches and material is huge. And so I could get sort of this sort of subtitle thing to line up properly to the title up here, but I just could not get the switch to do it properly. So using rows and columns. So I finally just said, okay, you know what, forget about it. I'm just gonna use ConstraintLayout. So I wanted to avoid using ConstraintLayout in the composables because it can be, I don't know, for some people it's a little tricky to learn, but I was able to get the job done well using ConstraintLayouts. I really like them. They do have their quirks, like you have to be very careful with this thing here, width or height dimension.fill2 constraints. If you're working with ConstraintLayout in Compose, this is kind of like equivalent to setting the width or height in an XML constrained view, ConstraintLayout view, to 0 dip. So this is something that if you're not aware of this, you can get some really bizarre behavior. I would love to demo that for you, but the preview is totally broken, so we'll just move on. So yeah, I got all of the compose-based screens done, except for possibly the chat screen, but I'll kind of worry about that later. What I started working on was the driver dashboard fragment. So we added a toolbar, and I'm using include tags because I'll be reusing the toolbar in the passenger dashboard as well. And yeah, so it's good to pull things into includes. This is how you kind of modularize your XML code, if you're not familiar. And then we get started on the main layout here. So based on the Figma, we can either have a list of passengers or we show a loading screen. The list of passengers is done, so the next thing I'll be working on is this loading screen here. And then I'll move on to these screens down here. And probably this whole thing will be an include, something reusable, because that is actually, I believe, common for both passengers and drivers, but below it will be more specific to either drivers or passengers. Fanil says or asks, why does Jetpack Compose not show layout preview in Android Studio? Please fix for it. Yeah, I don't know. It's been better lately, but it's still pretty I don't know, pretty hit and miss, to be honest. I think probably restarting Android Studio might help it along a little bit, but I just don't really care to do that. The XML preview is working fine for now, and I'm sure some people are wondering, like, what the hell's going on here? Yes, I am using both XML and Compose in this project, and I encourage you to just not be really dogmatic about which solution you want to use. Okay, so we have the recycler view. We're going to make a new layout for this part of the UI. The subtitle here is the same, but this part changes between these two layouts. I've written the recycler view, at least the XML part. Oh, I probably got to sneeze. What's up, Khaled and Ragu? Oh, I think I got to sneeze. Oh, I hate it when a sneeze gets stuck. It's like the worst feeling ever. I think I can throw this in a linear layout. My general goal with XML is I try to use the sort of simplest layout to get the job done. No, I don't want linear layout compat, I just want linear layout. So the width will be match parent, the height will be wrap content. Actually, these will probably just be 0. This will be 0 div. Pro tip, use live templates when you're coding UI stuff, whether it's XML or Compose. Like, I don't type out all of this crap, I just create a live template, type constraint, and then it does it for me. Pro tip. Can save you a lot of time. Okay, so this is going to be, the top is going to be to the bottom of the request title. I don't think we need to set a bottom explicitly, probably not, but we'll see. The top level is a linear layout. This is wrap content. Yeah, I don't think we actually need to set the bottom constraint. All right, and then this needs to actually have an open tag. And what do we need first? So we need a big subtitle. I think I can grab that from somewhere. Nope. All right, well, whatever. So it's 36 regular. So we'll do a text view. And on my work laptop from my previous job, I actually had like text views and buttons and all kinds of things included as live templates, but I haven't set all my live templates up on my PC here. Oh yeah, I've got to set an orientation here. For linear layouts, you have to set orientation. Regu says, I missed yesterday's session. I'll watch after this. Yeah, yesterday we did a lot of compose stuff. In that session, you hear me saying that I was trying to avoid using compose's constraint layout, and just spoiler alert, I did end up using compose's constraint layout. So this will be searching layout. No, searching. I'm going to call this actually passengers loading layout. Let's call it that. Okay. Text view, this is going to be called what? No passengers available. And the width will be match parent. The height will be wrap content. And the text will be string / no passengers. So this would be the state where a driver logs into the application and they're ready to give somebody a ride, but there's nobody to give a ride to. There should be a way I can just copy the text. Yeah, let's just go like that. So you're seeing this is showing up as red. I can hit Alt-Enter and just paste in the text that I want, and that'll add that to the strings file. And then we need to set up the font stuff. I'm actually going to set up a live template for that because I think I'll be needing that. So what we'll do is we'll grab include font padding, text color, text size, and text. We're going to grab all of these. So here's how to make a live template in Android Studio, or probably IntelliJ. Go to File, Settings, and type Live Templates, and then it'll take you to, well, just go to Live Templates here. So I went to plus template group, and I created a template group called custom, and then I select that template group, then I go to add live template. I paste the text in, and I'm probably going to have to fix the formatting. Yeah, so sometimes it'll add this stuff in here. All right, cool. I'm going to change the abbreviation, so this is going to say TS. So that is the keys we type in order to say to Android Studio in the editor, hey, I want this live template. Sorry, pardon me, I'm a little congested today. Text styles for XML. And then you have to define a context. So this is like sort of the kind of code in which you may apply this template. Here we want to do XML attribute is probably fine. And then we hit OK, apply. And what did that do? So now we can do this. We could say TS, and then it adds all the crap that we want for us. We'll just get rid of that. And obviously we'll have to adjust this, but it just saves having to make a lot of stuff. Okay. Instead of switching back and forth between Figma, I'm just going to bring the Figma design over to the other screen, because I don't actually have a lot of time to live stream today, so I got to kind of pick this up. This thing's sort of in the way for now, the recycler view, so I'm just going to go view visibility, and we're going to do gone. And that'll just kind of get that thing out of the way for us. All right, so we have our no passengers available label. Pretty much, I think I have to change the font, so that's going to be 36 SP. And the font is regular, so that's fine. Color is black. Okay, cool. We'll add some margin in. Looks like I've added a 64-dip margin. I'm all mixed up between Compose and XML. And we'll also do text alignment. Center. Okay, cool. That's fine. Then we need to add a loading, what do they call this? Progress bar, I think. And we can do one of these ones. So I want a circular progress indicator. We'll probably have to specify the height. I think, okay, so apparently I did 98 dip, 98 dip, and yeah. Just give this an ID. This will be passengers loading progress bar. And yeah, okay. Now I want to set the color. I think there's some kind of tint you can do, I believe. Foreground tint, I believe. And that will be at color / color primary. So I have my colors actually defined in Kotlin for Jetpack Compose, but I'll add some in now. So I'm going to go to values resource file. We'll call it colors. And we'll just add a couple of color resources. I can't remember. I think it's items. We'll find out in a minute. This will be color primary. I should only need to add one of them. It might actually be color. Is it color? Okay. Those are exactly the kinds of things that I just don't remember. Okay, style. You just grab this from here. I don't remember. I think we need to add the pound sign. Yep. Okay. Cool. That's added, so we can go back and color primary. I see we have to set the gravity here. Okay, so the preview has broken. Did I forget to set something? Foreground tint, no, that's fine. Style, I think indeterminate mode. Maybe I don't need to specify. I thought I had to like specify. No, maybe not. All right, well, we'll know in a minute. Why is the layout broken? I don't know. We have our width and height set. Let's see, this one is wrap content, match parent, that's good. Let's add gravity center, horizontal actually. I want to just figure out why did the layout break? Is it because of that thing? Yeah, it doesn't like that thing for some reason. What did I do wrong here? Is this supposed to be app foreground tint? Is that the issue? No. Maybe there's like a type thing. True? I might have to, let me pull up a progress bar from a different project. Just give me a second. All right. Let's see here. Let me just, I have to put everyone in full screen mode for a second. Circular progress indicator. Where do I use this? Here, maybe. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea why it doesn't want to show up in the preview. Color primary. Weird. All right, well, whatever. I mean, that is really annoying because it breaks the whole preview. What a piss off. I'm gonna try, let's try like rebuilding. Pretty sure you guys can hear my CPU churning. Yeah, I don't know. That's really irritating because I like to use the preview. So for now, I'm going to comment this out and then it'll show up and we'll just carry on. But yeah, that's really frustrating. Ragu says, if possible, please make a video on server-driven UI with Compose in the near future. I don't know. You got to understand, my friend, that... sorry, one sec. I got a work email. No, that's fine. You've got to understand that, like, when you ask someone, please make a video, you're potentially asking them to put in, like, 30 hours minimum of effort into it. So, unless it's something I'm, like, actively working on myself, I don't generally make tutorials. Okay, let me figure out, where did my Figma go? All right, and then we have just a text view underneath here. And this will be just like searching subtitle, let's call it that. This will be 24 dip light. And it looks like we have some alpha. Oh no, it's a specific color. Let's do light. Do we have light gray here? Or just gray? All right, I'm gonna have to add a color. That's okay. So what is this? 616161. Okay. Here in Canada, we write it as, I think, GREY. Color light gray. That's the problem. Oh yeah, and that's not an Android color resource. Hey, what's up, Technobyte? Technobyte asks, are you doing XML Compose Mix, or have I missed something since yesterday? Yeah, I'm doing XML Compose Mix. The reason for that is this part of the application will make pretty extensive usage of Google Maps features, and I am not screwing around with Google Maps in the context of Compose. I'm not saying you can't do that. What I'm saying is I know how to work with it in the context of XML quite well, and I actually want to demonstrate to people that instead of being like really tribal and dogmatic and you have to be 100% Compose or we'll ostracize you, or Compose is crap and you should never use it, I disagree with both those people. Just use the right tool for the job, basically. There is like a Compose Google Maps library out there, but it looks pretty experimental to me, and yeah, I just literally don't have time to test it out. Why is circular progress bar breaking the preview? Circular progress indicator breaks preview. I don't know. I don't think it broke the preview. Yeah, it doesn't break the preview in the other projects that I have here, so I don't know why it would be doing that here. That's so weird. The width and height are fine. I mean, I guess it could be like wrap content or whatever. It's not really what I want, but... Nope, still doesn't like that. We don't need this indicator color. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why that's not working. That's really frustrating though. I quite, when it works, I quite enjoy working with the layout preview, but cool. So I basically gotta just remember to uncomment that thing, and then the layout preview will work fine. That's lovely. Okay. That's fine. All right. I'll have to style that later, apparently by deploying it to an emulator. That's real fun. Let's move on. So that is the screen where we're like loading, or we're polling for passengers essentially. Then we have this screen here, so I'll work on this thing next. So what we'll do is, let's go ahead and create a new layout. This will be called view, let's call it just map layout is fine. All right. And just for preview's sake, we'll set the background to white. All right, and what's the first thing we got to do? So we got to add our Google map in here. So you can see here we have kind of a square shape for the Google map. What I can do is use ConstraintLayout to sort of enforce that square shape. Just give me a minute. Where do I find this? No, that's not it. I don't think that's it. Nope. Sorry, just give me a moment, folks. Okay, this should be it. No? I am profoundly confused. All right, whatever. Let's see. Sorry, I can't see. Just give me a second. I can't see the chat at the moment. But all right, so we're gonna do a map view. I don't know if I have it imported actually. Okay, I gotta set up Google Maps then. Just give me a sec. So we'll go to build.gradle. And I think I have this map secrets. Yeah, I have that plugin. Maybe I'm just missing the dependency. Google Maps, where are you? I think I need this one. I'll just convert this over to KTX. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now do we have a map view? Yes, good. Okay, so we'll do, so this is going to be 0-dip and 0-dip, and I'll show you a trick which will hopefully work. So I'm going to use my template here, and yes. Now there's a trick we can do here. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out here. Ratio, constraint dimension ratio. So we can do 1 and 1. We remove the bottom constraint, and then we're at 0-dip and 0-dip. So if I did this correctly, this map view should fit the basically the size of so it should be a square, and it should fit to the size of the width of the screen. It's not showing up again. Wow. Major bugginess. Missing constraints. I don't think we're missing constraints here, unless I'm profoundly confused. What? Firebase? I think I need to restart my Android Studio. It's doing some really weird stuff. Let me just restart it. This is like invalidate caches, and that might actually fix a lot of the issues. Alright, just give me a second, folks. We're just going to restart Android Studio. That makes sense. Let's go new window. That actually makes sense, because last night I was getting really weird stuff, like I was getting text showing up in the compose preview that was not what I had set, which was like, Android Studio is crapping itself when that starts happening. All right, let me invalidate caches and restart. This will take just a second. Enjoy the Doge while we wait. Oh, no, the Doge. I actually have a viewer called Mr. Doge who stops by now again. I think Mr. Doge would probably appreciate my background. My CPU is working overtime. Okay. Still configuring. Almost there. That would be terrific if the preview is suddenly working. Oh yeah, this could take a while. Anyways, so I'll start rambling for a second. My general approach here, I'm trying to get the Android client done by essentially Sunday night, which is doable. It's going to be some long days. And then I have basically a week to do the Swift client. And hopefully also this weekend I'll be able to put some work in on the back end. We'll have to see, but I need to do a lot of the Android client before then. Okay, cool. So we are finally getting our preview to work. It looks like the reason I would hazard to guess that if I uncomment this thing, it won't actually break the preview anymore. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. No, it still breaks it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Ben? Yeah, it's... Oh. It still doesn't seem to like circular progress indicator. So that's annoying. Well, whatever. Whatever, man. Alright. So, so that's roughly the screen will be stretched out. So yeah, that's a good start anyways for the Google Maps thing. So what we did, Technobytes says, are you on the latest Electric Eel patch? I'm not sure if I'm on the latest patch. That's a good question. Looks like there's a patch available. Yeah, I'll download that after. Good eye there, Technobyte. Um, it's weird because like earlier the previews were working fine, and then about halfway through yesterday they just stopped working. Okay, so what do we need? Figma. So we got to do the label, the button, and the subtitle thing. So let's just go ahead and start doing that. So we'll add a text view. So this will be zero dip, and the height will be wrap content. ID will be, let's say, I don't know, maybe subtitle. Passenger location, destination. Yeah, we're going to call it subtitle. If I can, I prefer to call things like a specific name, but if it's a little bit generic, then I'll just do this. Okay, so text view, we'll do tools, text. Well, actually, we'll start. So in this case, no, we will do tools text. So this will say passenger location, I believe. Passenger location, yeah. Okay. And this is a constraint layout, so I'll need to constrain it. We'll do top to bottom of the map, which I didn't give an ID yet because I'm a genius. So ID will just be map view, no need to do anything too fancy there. So top to bottom of map view. And we won't set a bottom constraint. We'll do another text view below there. This one will be called like address, basically. And this one could say, I don't know, this we can just do like lorem ipsum here. 1, 2, 3, IDK Street. Let's do Markham, Ontario, Canada, whatever. And then we can do our text style. So I'm just going to type TS. And what do I have in Figma? So this one is 16 medium. And then our light gray color. By the way, feel free to ask questions while I'm working, people. I don't tend to answer super general questions, but if you want to ask about like something related to what I'm doing, I'm happy to answer, generally speaking. And then this one is 18 semi-bold. And color black. This one will go top to bottom of subtitle. End to end, start. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We have some margins I need to add in, so little pro tip with Figma, you can, if you hold the Alt key down, I don't know what the Mac equivalent is. I think Mac has Alt. Yeah, maybe the Option key if you're a Mac person. Then you can look at margins and spacing and stuff. I see you actually need to add the button next. So let's do, what do they call that? We'll do a button, so width will be wrap content, height will be wrap content. ID is, what did I say, cancel? Yeah, cancel button. And the there's a way we can style it. So if we go to style equals, this would be a, I think it's just like a material button. Something like this. The text will, let's do TS. All right, so the text will say cancel. And what text size do we have here? So where is this component? Text, label. So we have Roboto medium 14. Well, I'm definitely going to change that. So let's do Poppins medium. Color / white. And it's not constrained, so it's complaining. No, that's not what I want. Constrain. Okay. So top to bottom of the map view, end to end, and then that's all we're going to do for that one. It's not showing up yet, which is slightly alarming. Okay, and I'll need to add that red color. What kind of red is this? All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that styling. That's okay. Okay, so, and then we'll add a margin. So I can just do margin 16 dip. All right. And then what we're going to do, you can start to kind of see how this comes together. I'm going to set the baseline. So we're going to do the baseline of the, sorry, not the address, the text view. So this is actually going to do baseline to baseline of the button, cancel button. Actually, no, let's do bottom to bottom. Bot is a quick hack for that. Okay, yep. We'll add a margin start to move it over. This one gets a margin horizontal of 16 dip. Actually, this can just get a margin of 16 dip, I think. What's my spacing like? Do I do 16 dip here? Okay, we'll see. Prashant asks, any specific reasons on using the old style of XML for maps instead of using Jetpack Compose maps? Yeah, so the reasons, there's a couple reasons. For starters, my understanding of Jetpack Compose maps is they're pretty experimental, whereas for me, I'm really quite familiar with working with maps in the context of XML and within a fragment. So basically, the short answer is I'm more familiar with using it. Maps in XML is exactly the opposite of experimental, whereas it looks pretty experimental in Compose. And I don't have time to screw around with it. Like, if there's any basic functionalities that are not covered with the Compose maps, then it's just not going to work for me. So, with that being said, I haven't actually implemented Compose maps, so maybe it would have worked perfectly, but one of the things I want to demonstrate to people is, like, don't be all silly and dogmatic about frameworks. Like, there's no need to be all tribalistic. And that goes both ways. I'm not talking about just people who are think that everything should be done in Compose. It also applies to people who think Compose is absolute garbage. It's like, no, use the right tool for the job. Okay. Just trying to think if I even want a margin there. Let's do a margin top. Let's just try 8 dip. Yeah, that looks good. I won't do 16. Okay, so this thing is going to be, I was going to say I'll make this max lines 2 or 3, but I actually always want the full address to be visible by the driver, so I think I'll actually let that be as big as it needs to be. Passenger location is fine. So yeah, this layout I think is ready to go. I guess I could add in this at the bottom. Yeah, we'll add in like a view. I think I made one of those in a previous layout. Let's do yeah, these list items. There. Why is that not showing up? Oh, so this thing needs to be wrap. This should be wrap content. And then we need a little, I'm going to guess that's a 16 dip margin here. Yep. So we'll do margin top. Actually, how's that going to work? So I would need to constrain this thing to the bottom of the parent. And then we would have to give this thing a margin bottom of 16 dip. That should do it. Okay, cool. That's that layout done. And we'll be reusing that quite a bit. Okay, so this is searching for passengers, and then now we'll add another one here for, so control / is a quick way to add a comment into your XML. So this one will be, I really hate that it's still broken. That is bloody annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just hide this thing because I want to see what the hell I'm doing. Let's add in I think I can add in a to-do actually. yeah, whatever, uncomment this. Okay. So now we're going to add our layout here. So this is going to be a constraint layout again. I guess it's important to mention constraint layout is not the most efficient thing depending on what you're doing. As a general rule, I will put it, hold on a minute. What is my root? This is a linear layout? That's not going to work. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work. We're going to do constraint layout here. I'll generally try to do the the simplest layout to get the job done. But at the same time, if I'm not in a situation where I'm super concerned about the performance of the UI, then I'll easily use something a little more convenient. Gentle Hilt says, I watched almost all your old videos. Thanks for them. You're very welcome, although please avoid the ones that are like 4 and 5 years ago, because I have come a long way as a developer since then. A lot of the stuff I say about architecture is still fairly true, but not all of it. Thank you for watching the videos and supporting the channel, though. Prashant says, linear and constraint layouts I prefer according to needs. Yeah, I'm the same way. Generally, I'll if I can get away with just a linear layout, I'll absolutely do that. Relative layout is, my understanding, generally speaking, the worst layout to be using in terms of performance and what it gives for you. And if you're an Android developer, you're probably aware that nested linear layouts with lots of layout weights can be problematic because you get an exponential passes calculating the layout dimensions. But that's specifically if you're using lots of nested linear layouts with weights. Okay. Is this constrained properly? So top to top, good. Top to bottom of toolbar, good. This will be wrap content. Yeah, relative layout is just garbage. I remember I was in an interview like 6-ish months ago, something like that. And someone asked me to talk about like the different layouts and their strengths and weaknesses, and they asked me like, how about relative layout? And I said to the interview like, you know, I understand how it works pretty much, but I never use it. I just don't. So it's really not efficient. And I think the interviewer appreciated what I was saying. But it can be frustrating when you get asked questions about things that you just haven't used for like 4 years, and it's like, I knew how to do this, so like, yeah, but I find some interviewers get a little bit too wrapped up in like specifics of knowledge as opposed to like general problem solving ability and stuff like that. Okay, so this is going to be the, let's call this the ride layout. I don't know, I can't think of a better name right now. But yeah, I had this one interview where they're like asking about Android Binder and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, I know it's for inter-process communication, but I've never implemented it. I've never had it used for inter-process communication. So does that mean I'm a bad Android developer? Like, whatever. There was a huge, I always internally roll my eyes when I get interview questions about really obscure things like that. It's like, okay, you're testing my ability to remember very obscure APIs. Good for you. Let's go ahead and hide this. But I'm not bitter. Okay. Then we have this thing. So yeah, we're going to Oh, interesting. I can reuse this. Oh no, I can't because that's compose. Crap. Hmm. All right, I'll have to create separate things then. They'll be pretty similar, but whatever. That's okay. Don't repeat yourself is not actually always good advice. It's frequently wrong. Um, okay, so what do I need here? I need a circular image view. Actually, come to think of it, it's the same layout as our item here. Or it's very close. No, it's the same layout. I'm not sure that makes sense though. After the user is picked up, we're not going to be showing that anymore. Hmm. Oh, I didn't really think about this clearly in my designs. Um, all right, I got to take a minute here and think this through. Um, so when the user or when a driver is heading to a passenger, to me it makes sense to show these values and to basically, the idea is I would be constantly updating the distance here. I guess what I could do is once the driver picks up the passenger, then we hide that one. So then this one would look like that. And then we would show the distance. Yeah, I think that works. I think that's a good compromise. Yeah, let's go for that. So Reb says, I hated in interviews when interviewers ask very specific subtopics for which actually people pull up the documentation. Yeah, totally. It really bugs me because like I am not a good memorizer. I'm a pretty damn good problem solver, but I have to constantly Google things because I just don't remember. Is it is it I can't even think of an example. I just don't retain those things because that's just not how my brain works. Does that make me a bad Android developer? I don't think so. The people I've worked with certainly don't think so, but some interviewers think so. I think it depends on the interviewer, though. If you get an interviewer where they're really good at memorization, then maybe they want to see that reflected in you. And interviews, it's a lot of it just comes down to luck, honestly. Obviously, being good at what you do is important. All right. So I will pretty much copy this whole thing, except yeah. I'll copy this over. So this is going to be here. So this will be like the passenger info. All right. And then that's done. And then we have this bottom thing. All right. So I have some choices here. So I could, so if you notice here, this has an icon, this has a subtitle, this has an icon, this has a subtitle. So I could make this into one component. But this thing down here does not have is slightly different. I think what I'd rather do is change the UI instead. So what I would do is we would make this regular 24. Auto height. This would say oh, I don't know. No, I don't think I'll do that. Okay, never mind. I'll just make a separate layout for it, that's fine. But we will make a component for the other parts. So let's go layout, view, advance ride state. So that's just going to have like a big old icon. Hey, what's up, Corbetta? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're using both Compose and XML in this application. I'm using Compose in the parts where Compose makes sense to me, and then I'm using XML in the parts where XML makes sense to me. So for example, working with Google Maps, I'm using XML. All right. So this is going to be called whatever. We're going to have a text. Let's probably just copy something. So this will say title, and this will be what? 24 dip regular. How are you doing, Corbin? Yeah, regular. Let's do that. It's complaining because I don't have the haven't added the image yet. All right, so @string slash arrived at destination. Glad to hear you're doing well. Arrived at destination. I should probably just copy it. All right, let's just go like that. And then while I'm here, let's go to strings.xml and we'll do the other state. So arrived at destination and then pick up passenger. All right. I could add in a line break. I kind of actually want to, so I think it's /n. There's no reason to have spaces. Or is it the other? Is it /n? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a minute. All right. Arrived at destination. Let's go ahead. Suraj asks, have I worked on any multilingual based app? I worked on an app where we were planning to have multiple languages supported, but we never, while I was working there, we never made it that far of actually internationally releasing it. But yeah, I know a little bit about localization, not a lot. Let's do an image view. And this will be, I guess, wrap content. Yes, so top to top apparent, we went to bottom, end to end is fine, ID, we'll call this advanced button. And I'm going to download these icons from Figma. I'll just go to full screen mode for a minute, just bear with me. do an SVG of pickup. And then we have, we'll call this arrival. All right. Just a moment longer here, I just got to import them. And then we can do pickup. Whoa, what? That was weird. Okay, and let me just import this one as well. So we did pickup, now we gotta do arrival. Let's see, arrival. Why is that one so much smaller? That's weird. I don't like that. Git add. All right. Git add. Just for fun, we can say like tools source equals add drawable arg IC pickup passenger. Okay, let's see how this looks. I don't think we would do that. So start would be parent. Once you get really used to constraint layout, it's pretty frickin' sweet. Top to bottom, you can like make layouts pretty damn quickly. That looks like a, what is a 16 dip approximately? Let's make it 16 dip margin. And then we'll do same thing here, 16. Yeah. Why does that say 24? That's weird. And then, come on, Brain, you can do this text alignment. Nope. Center. Okay. I was getting pretty lazy with my margins when I was designing, apparently. All right, well, that's good enough. And this is actually going to be an image button. Yeah. I think I'll have to fix the background, though. How do you... There's a way to do like a transparent clickable background. Selectable item background, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Something like that. All right, cool. Cool, that's done. Then I need to do ride completed layout. So they're pretty similar. I'm gonna copy whatever this one is. View ride complete. This time the image is on the bottom. So we'll do top, parent. Geez, I'm too fast for the autocomplete. This will be top, bottom of title. This is going to be a button. I know there's a way to do like a text button. I have to be careful. I think I'm kind of blending material 3 with material design, which is probably a sin. Turn to dashboard. maybe let's do text style. What text size do we have here? So that's 14 medium. Text color is color primary. Okay. And I think we want, like, is it outline text button? Maybe just outlined button. Let's do a white background here so I can see what I'm doing. Color white. I don't see an outline. How do I set the outline color? Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. That's annoying. Padding. Oh, stroke color. That's probably... I don't know. Do I have access to stroke color here? No, I don't. Crap. Let me try something. I'll see if I can fix this in styles. We'll call this one outline button. The parent will be that. I don't think that's... Don't I need to add something there? Maybe, maybe not. I thought I had to add like Android here or something. Oh well, I guess we'll find out. Okay, and then we'll do stroke color. And that will be, I don't know, what do we use here? Probably black with a lot of opacity. So let's do let's see. I don't remember. What is 12% in hex? I definitely don't remember what that is. Is that correct? That doesn't seem right. 0C? Hold on a minute. I wish it would tell me like what is the full... Yeah, I gotta look this up. Okay, percentages... Okay, so percent to hex. Converter. Just tell me, I want 12%, so hex is 1F. So... Am I doing this wrong? Is it actually... No, that might be correct. Okay, let's go back here and do outline button. And it should... Okay, we do have a... That is what I want, but I want the corners... I want a corner radius. Can I do that here? I don't know. Corner radius? Hey, I can. And it's probably just going to be 4. 4 div. Oops. Let's try that. Okay, that removed the... Oh no, it didn't remove the background. It didn't seem to do anything though. I don't really want to have to throw it in a card view. I don't know. Prashant says, why not prefer working on generic views first, i.e. generic text view, generic button, which has all the style attributes built in for more concise code? The reason for that is I'm not building a production app that's going to have a ton of features. So the ceremony of getting those things set up is not really worth my time. But I would certainly do that in a large application. Okay. And then the other issue is I'd have to do that twice over because I'm using XML and Compose. I'm cutting some corners, basically. Let's see. Maybe it's, let's try app. No? What if I set it in here? I don't think that's going to work. Wait a minute. It doesn't have the border that I want. Honestly, at this point, I'm considering I'm considering like just saying screw it. Let's just do it. Let's just do that text button. So stroke color's not working. Yeah, that's great. Maybe I did this wrong. Is the last one supposed to be 1F? No, it's ARGB, so that doesn't sound right. Let's try what if I did the light gray? Yeah, it just doesn't want to show up. Maybe if I refresh it, I don't know. That's the other thing, it might be working fine, it's just not showing up in the preview, so let's just rebuild. Gentle Hill asks, have I tried data store preferences? Yes, I have. I quite like it. It's nice. Regu says you can use material button. Regular button does not have corner radius. I thought this thing gets automatically mapped over to a material button, but I will give that a shot, my friend. Uh-oh. We broke the preview. Wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This shouldn't have a tool source. Apparently material button breaks the preview. There's a lot of that going around today. We won't need the background, that's handled automatically. Turn to dashboard. I don't know. Very weird. Prashant says the only thing Datastore lacks is built-in support for encryption from Google. Currently it's WIP, but we have custom implementation using our cryptolib. Yeah, that's a good point. All right. You know what? I don't care. We're just gonna go with this. I'm not gonna spend half an hour just trying to get a border. I got too much shit to do. Okay, so arrived at destination. This text needs to be different. It needs to say ride completed. And it's a bigger font. So this is 36. Regular. Okay. Yep. And the text is ride completed. I think you're right, Ragu. I can't be bothered, but yeah, that is definitely a way to solve it. Let's do. If anyone's wondering why I'm rushing, I have until Sunday night to finish the Android client of this application. So yeah. All right. I think that's everything for the. Yeah, that's everything for the driver dashboard. The next thing I'll do later today is the passenger dashboard, but I am not going to do that on camera because I have a business phone call coming up in a half hour-ish. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me. I most likely will be streaming again tomorrow and probably Sunday too. But yeah. And by the way, the repository is available. I don't really encourage people to look at it until I'm actually further along. XML driver UI complete. But the code will be available open source, and it is already. If I can find it. All right, I'll push these changes. All right, have a good day, everybody.